Hi, what is going on? It's Styler here, and in this video I will review the Mstar S700 from geekbuying.com. This phone is similar to the Mlais M7 that I reviewed last week on my channel, but up to $40 cheaper if you use the coupon code listed in the video description. And actually it only has some few differences. So this will be a normal review and not in-depth, as many things are exact the same as on the Mlais M7. So I will not bore you with all the specifications. For these, please have a look below in the video description, and also check the full unboxing video on my channel. But the main highlights about the S700 is Touch ID scanner on the back, metal frame, MTK6752 Octa core chipset, 2GB RAM and Android 5.0 out of the box. Okay, let us have a look at the phone. So here you see the lock screen, and you can see it says please input fingerprint, please slide to unlock. So let me now try to place my finger on the scanner, and I already learned my fingerprint and you can see it's working. Let's try again. Yeah, and once again. Yeah, so this is really great. Let me try with another finger, the left hand here, and this finger is not learned. So you can see it doesn't recognize the finger here and want me to input the code. Okay, so here we see the UI, and the phone is very snappy and fast because it's using the MTK6752. But as you notice, there are no kind of backlight here in these touch buttons. These are only painted in silver. But we see the menu, home and back. And the phone unfortunately also don't support any kind of notification LED. So you don't find any kind of colored LED here in the top. And actually I tried to test it here with the LED blinker and LED manager and light flow and other apps, but there are no LED. But you can use LED blinker light to simulate a LED on the screen. Let me just show it here. So let me test here. So what this app does, it shows something that looks like a notification LED here on a totally black screen. So of course this will use a little bit of power, but you can use this as an alternative to a real notification LED. Let's have a look in the settings, and the most important settings. So we see first of all the quick toggles here. Let's see, we have here display. Inside display we will have possibilities to calibrate. We also see the S-View cover setting. So here you can change the background color and the clock style. Let's see, we also have here the storage. So we see it support SD cards. We see here unfortunately it's split in two partitions, internal and phone storage, and the internal is only on 2GB, so not the biggest. We have here the phone storage here on about 11GB. Then we also have here the apps. Let's see in the RAM usage, and here we see that the system have used 645 MB. We still have 1.1 GB free. So totally we have 2GB of RAM. We see the finger scanner here, and here you can learn the fingers, up to 5 fingerprints. Also to notice is that the fingerprint scanner is 360 degrees, so you can turn the finger all around. It will still recognize the finger here. We have here off-screen gestures, double tap to wake, swipe up to unlock directly, C for camera, and so on. And also we find here multi-language inside language. I'm not going to show these because nearly all languages are supported. Let's see, we have here the developer options and about. So you see here the build number, we see the kernel, Android version, and it of course also support wireless update, OTA. Let me just check here. Okay, and let's have a look inside the camera app. So the phone is using a 13 megapixel interpolated rear camera, and this one is using the OmniVision sensor. On the front we have a 5 megapixel front camera in HD. So let's see here, we have all the normal settings here for MediaTek. Let's see, we have filters here. Okay, and let's get back here, we have here settings. See the 30 megapixels. Let's try here in 43 or full screen. We have the video mode in high or fine. Okay, so here you can see the autofocus is working. Let me just do one picture. Let's check the quality here. So you can see pretty good details and it's pretty sharp. And for camera samples in full resolution, as always, check out the video description because I will list some there. And let us also check out the flashlight here, the LED on the back. And this one here is pretty bright, but it's still a small LED, but you can see it does a lot of light here, very bright and clear LED. So not bad at all. So regarding the battery life, it seems okay, but I will later also run a Geekbench 3 battery test and post the results below in the video description and on my blog. So the next question is, does this phone here support OTG USB on the go? Let's check it out. Yeah, so this is supported. Let's see if I can find the file manager. We have it here. We see the external USB storage, other pictures. So these pictures here are located on the USB stick you see here. Good. And let us now check out the compass. So let's try here. So actually it seems to be working on this phone. You can see it does follow my movement around. So that's pretty nice. It seems to be working better than on the Mlais M7. So to check out if this phone here is working in your country, you have to go to the website here, willmyphonework.net, and then you have to scroll down here. You find the brand. Let's click here. Let's see Mstar. Let's see model S700. So it's actually included here. Country. Let me try here for the UK. But of course you have to choose your country. United Kingdom, and let's see here. The carrier you have to select. I will take O2. Search. And here we see 2G is supported, 3G is supported, and 4G network is supported. So I live actually not in the UK but in Germany, and it's the same here in Germany. This phone is working on all three kind of networks, but in the US actually this phone here will not work on the 4G network. So you have to be aware of this if you want to get this phone here. And next up I will show you here a system app called AIDA 64 or AIDA 64. Let's try. And let's go inside devices, and we see here the rear facing camera. So actually we didn't see anything about the camera built in, but let me check this inside the device property. So let's see if we can see something from the informations here. Yeah, we can see it's saying OV8865. So this is the OmniVision sensor built into this phone here. So no Sony IMX. So now I'm going to run some different test apps and a game. I will turn off for the background music as always. So let's have a look. Okay, let me also now tell you about the pros and cons that I have found on this phone. So first to the pros. In my opinion, it has very good build quality, and I also really like the materials and the metal frame. It has an amazing design, and the overall size of the phone is good. It has a very fast CPU and 2GB of RAM, overall good for games and heavy multitasking. And also it gets a very high score in Antutu over 47,000. It also has the Press Touch ID on the backside, and it works super good. It comes out of the box with Android 5.0 Lollipop with OTA support. Also, it has a pretty good camera, even though it's not Sony IMX but just OmniVision. Pictures and videos are overall pretty nice. So regarding the cons are that there's no notification LED and no backlight in the touch buttons. Also, it doesn't support air gestures and has no special smart features, only off-screen gestures are supported. The Touch ID scanner on the back is not as easy to use as if it was placed on the front. Also, we see that the storage is split into two partitions and the internal for apps is not that big. And last, it only has a HD display, no full HD, but still I must admit that the display looks really nice. That's it for the review. Remember also to check out my blog. You find the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please comment below, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching. See ya.